Hello again, everybody. This is Craig Evans of Autism Hangout, and thank you for tuning into this Autism Hangout special report. Today we're going to meet with another vendor in the Autism Hangout Farmers Market. Now, many of the Farmers Market folks have developed autism-related products to first help their loved ones, and now they're sharing these solutions with the rest of the community. And what a great benefit that is to all of us. Today's guest is the founder of the all-play-based Grasshopper preschool prep kits. And these prep kits have been receiving some very well-deserved media attention. So Autism Hangout, please welcome Rachel Rudman. Welcome, Rachel. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you, Craig. It's great to be here.
All right, the first thing that people like to know is how did you get into the autism business? And then from there, let's start talking about some of your products.
Well, I would say that I'm an occupational therapist and I work with kids, and some of whom are autistic. And I actually, interestingly, developed these products because I was getting several phone calls from parents who, children who did not have autism, but were interested in getting their kids, really a head start to get ready for school. So I made these kits. It started out that I jokingly said I would write a book because I started emailing to parents, giving them cute little activities to do at home with their 3 to 5-year-olds. And by the nature of what I do, most activities that I recommend are multisensory and are appropriate for kids who are autistic. And the activities were very well received, and I ended up just jokingly saying I'll write a book, and the book turned into a kit, and here we are today with 4 kits to get kids ready for school.
Okay, so what are some of the kits for somebody with some child on the spectrum? Let's focus on autism at this point.
Sure.
I know you have several kits. What would you recommend, perhaps first, second, or third, or does it even make a difference?
I think that in terms of, I'll go through some of the activities for some of the kids who are on the spectrum.
Okay.
Each of the kits would really be good. That's the truth. I mean, we start off, there's the ABC kit and following directions, which are both great for those kids because I essentially take, I've got my letter gel cards where kids can use a letter gel and literally stick. Here, I'm going to show you a quick little example of that. See these little gel packs? And kids can take letter cards, slide them into the back pocket, and literally press out the letter. They press it out with their finger. So they're using a real multi-sensory way. When they pull it out, they actually form the letter, and the letter stays. So that's one great tool, but that comes packed together with the following directions kit, which completely focuses on body awareness, understanding up, down, where their bodies are in space, and we don't ignore that because that really comes first before the letters. So those 2 kits are packed together. And then there's the Getting Our Hands Ready kit, which uses really cute little characters like Mr. Crunch. Here he is. See that? And he eats bugs. But basically, the kids are working on their hand grasp, like squeezing, and instead of doing an exercise, they're playing. That's just one example. And in the Snip, Glue, and Grow kit, they're doing activities for cutting. All these things are really necessary for all kids. And every activity works on the opening and closing of the hand for scissors. So we use the Mr. Crunch bubble blower, where he actually squeezes out bubbles. And again, we're doing opening and closing, getting the kids' hands used to the movement for cutting. So they're all really good. I recommend for anyone to start with the double kit of the ABCs and following directions kind of as a fundamental kit.
What do these cost? How expensive are these kits?
So the individual kits are each $29.95. They're pretty reasonable. And the double kit is 2 kits packed together in a plastic case, which is going to be hard for me to show you here, but it's actually a nice case here that opens up and has organized compartments. And that double kit with the plastic case is $49.95.
Okay.
Each of the kits has an instructional guidebook that's really great because it tells the parent, it's an easel back book, it tells the parent what the objectives are for each activity, gives very clear instructions, picture instructions, as well as telling them how to modify it to make the activity easier or harder, or even modify it for groups of 2 or more kids. And it also contains everything you need to play the 10 games that are mentioned in the activity guidebooks.
Yeah. Now, you advertise these as all play-based. So was this through your experience as an occupational therapist, or did you read something about this? But how did you come about that particular approach?
Well, it is through my experience as an occupational therapist, because the truth is, an occupational therapist works on a person's functional aspects, and a child's functional aspect is really play. So what I would do in any regular session is work with kids through play to achieve goals. So really this came pretty much naturally into the scheme of my, sessions. I took my best activities and I really packaged them for parents to make them easy to use. So everything is play. There's no pencils, there's no workbooks. It's really all hands-on fun.
Okay. Well, and you've got 4 products to date, and these are your products, so you actually manufacture these like in the United States or offshore, or are you able to do that?
I actually had them manufactured in China. It's been a long process learning how to do this, but
Yeah.
we're there.
Yeah. Do you have more products on the horizon?
My next product that I'm working on is actually an infant kit, which I've already begun working on, so that should be next. I don't know. I would say it'll probably be for next summer.
Okay. Now, I was going to ask this a little earlier, but I'm going to ask it now. I noticed when I was on your website the other day that you've got all sorts of comments and articles and blog entries that people have made about your products, talking about how successful they are. Is there any one of those in particular you'd like to mention?
I think it's interesting because a lot of mommy bloggers have requested my kits. The one that was the most meaningful to me, not necessarily that drew the most attention, but there's a company called blissfullydomestic.com, and that company had my kits reviewed by a woman named Kat, and she's actually an occupational therapist, which I didn't realize when I sent them the kits. So to me, to have another OT really review the kits and give it such a glowing review that she loved it for her own kids and is planning to use it in her own practice, to me that was very meaningful just because, she kind of understood the kits at the same level that I intended them to be understood, and she thought that they did a great job. So.
Excellent. Oh, it's nice to get those kind of endorsements. And I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're hearing the same thing from parents.
Yeah, I'm really getting a great response. Aside from the parents in my practice,
Yeah.
it's interesting because I've had parents send me emails that I don't even know, or on Facebook send me comments just saying that, one person sent me a recent note saying that their child has been trying so hard to make the letter S. His name is Samuel. And he did my letter gel sliding cards, and he's actually making his S's after 2 times playing with the activity. So
Wonderful.
that really made me feel great.
That's what you want to hear. Rachel, how can people find more information about your company and your products?
Well, you can go to my website. It's www.grasshopperkits.com, and it gives all the information you would need there. And you could buy them either on the website or they're on FAO.com or BarnesandNoble.com, and in the Barnes & Noble stores as well. So they're out there.
Very good. Rachel, thank you for what you do for our special kids. Thank you for your products. It's always nice to know that there's people like you out there helping our kids develop to their maximum potential.
Okay, and I just want to add one more thing. If anybody from your hangout wants to ask me any specific questions about the kits,
Yes.
you can actually go into my page where it says contact us, go to info@grasshopperkits, and you can email me directly, and I will be happy to answer any questions.
Excellent. That's just great. Rachel, thanks again for coming in today.
Okay, thanks so much, Craig. Have a great day.
Same to you. And thank you, Autism Hangout. I'll be back again soon with another vendor from the Autism Hangout Farmers Market.